Hey everybody, this is Paul doing a Doordash video. This is going to be one of my more longer ones, kind of going over some good, bad, and WTF stuff, or just interesting things that I found. Um, as always, these are not meant to be weekly videos. That's not the point. But when I get up to like 20 something screenshots captured, that's typically my hint that I might need to do a video. So, for good, I'm going to go over this. It's going to be like a little section right here, but the bad outweighs the good this week, unfortunately. So I have to go over a few things there. So let's go over the good. Now, this is something. I made a video on this, and it's got like 18,000 views on how to unassign an order after 10 minutes. See that right there? Boom, 10 minutes. I made that video, popular video on my channel. Go watch it, have fun. So I thought that video was now useless. There's no use to having that video anymore when I saw this. Now let's talk about what happened here. This isn't the order, but this is a very similar order that I was on. I was on I believe it was a Popeyes order, and then I had a McDonald's order that got added on. So two different customers, okay? Walk into the Popeyes, it's a disaster. No manager, they're just running around. It's one of those ones where this is going to be more than 10 minutes type situation. The McDonald's 2 minutes away, I think, or something like that. So, not even 2 minutes away. It was literally next door. So, I'm sitting there, and I'm about to unassign the order. And then this pops up. Now, here's the thing. People have been posting this screenshot on Reddit with zero clarification on what caused this, what they were doing, and then when you ask them for details, they're useless. They're pointless. For me, whenever new things pop up on my screen, I totally take a screenshot just in case I might use that for a video. So here's the process. This little guy popped up and it said, "Hey, we see you've been waiting for longer than 10 minutes. Or you've been waiting a while," which is code for 10 minutes. How long do you think the order's going to take? I said more than 10 minutes, obviously, because it was going to take more than 10 minutes. All of a sudden, I get to the screen that I've been seeing everybody post screenshots of with little clarification, and I hit continue. Got it. So when I first saw this, I thought, oh my God, finally, thank God they finally rolled out this program. If it takes longer than 10 minutes on an order, I'm going to get a pop-up. I don't have to go through the process, the automated help thing. I might be able to, put outdated in the title of my old, maybe update my pinned comment on that, my most popular video. No. It only applies to stacked orders with two different customers. Why? Okay, this is sort of a good and a bad thing. Why? Because if I'm waiting for more than 10 minutes, like for example, you literally DoorDash just assigned me a Chick-fil-A lunch order that doesn't even start until 10:30. You sent me to the restaurant at 10 o'clock. Why? I even talked to the manager of the place and he said he's been calling you guys about that and y'all gave him some like bull about the menu being a lunch menu or something. It's so weird. So anyways, the 10-minute process through the automated help menu still applies. That video that I made about how to unassign an order after 10 minutes and not get penalized, that still applies. But if you are on a stack, now this is very hard to pull off actually, so this is why it's so hard to narrow down what was going on here. You have to be on a stacked order for two different customers, and the first order you go to has to take longer than 10 minutes. So good luck, getting that to happen, because that was very hard to find an order that that happened to. But after kind of talking to some people on a DoorDash Reddit, I was like, okay, I finally figured out what was causing this. Because I literally had a customer, for the same customer, two different restaurants. The first restaurant took forever, and it didn't pop up at all. So that's how I know it's only stacked with two different customers. So that's a good thing, I guess. Expand that out to everything. I don't understand why it's not expanded to everything. All right, so let's get to the bad. There's lots of bads. Let's talk bad number one. Bad number one is actually a few different ones. So you go to do a WinnDixie order, you go to do an Aldi order, you go to do something order, and they say, here's the order: 6 tomatoes. When you do bananas, you put in one weight. One weight on the scale, whatever the weight is. 3 bananas, one weight. For some reason, for tomatoes, at WinnDixie specifically, this happened at, you still have us weighing each individual tomato. For the love of God, make it stop. They're all the same size. They all weigh the same thing. I even checked. They all weigh the exact same thing. WinnDixie wouldn't even take the order if it was different. My God, change this. Please, make it stop. You already have this right here. Look, it's not that hard. It's built-in technology. Make it happen. One solid weight. It shouldn't look like this. This looks ridiculous. And it's massively time-consuming. Anyways, so let's get to bad number 2. Or is there a 2G? Oh, there's actually a 2G. Sorry. So this is 2G kind of could be, this could be good if it gets expanded. I had a stacked order, and I looked at my screen and it said 2 orders. Both orders were listed on the same screen now. See this right here? This is going to the same customer. But as you can see, 2 different orders. And this is actually that order I was referring to, where this top one right here took more than 10 minutes and it didn't pop up asking me to unassign it. So look right here. Both orders were on the same screen. So I'm thinking when I get to the customer's house, it's going to have me take one picture because I'm doing the same order at the same house and both orders are sitting next to each other. No. So it's a good and a bad. It's in a good direction. What should happen in this situation is when I arrive at the customer's house, I take one picture and I get both payments on the same thing. What still's happening, you have to take 2 separate pictures of each order. So that's maybe something that they can work on. They're kind of going in a good direction. I like where they're going with this. This was a good addition right here where both orders were listed on the same screen now. It's just if you could take it one step further to be just one complete order would be very nice instead of having to take 2 pictures. Because normally what happens, we take one picture, the customer comes outside, sees that we're still there, and then they have to close the door real fast so I can finish taking pictures of the second order. Because you send a notification to the customer when I complete the first order. So just fix that. And that's literally what happened in that situation. The customer came outside after the first order and was trying to figure out why I was still standing there. So let's see. 2B. 2B or not to be. This has me seriously questioning wanting to take shop and deliver orders. When you have a regular delivery of like Chick-fil-A and you go to a person's house and they're not available, but they have hand to me or something like that, you hit customer not available, you get a 5-minute timer. See, 5-minute timer. And then you can take a photo after you leave it at the door or leave it at the gate, whatever you do. Put it in a description. Have a nice day. It's on the customer because they weren't available. When you have a shop and deliver order, it's a 15-minute timer. And even if you call the person, because this person was in Arkansas and they were ordering from somebody in Louisiana that's like their brother or something who was like passed out on pills or something. I had to basically, I forgot what I even had to do. I had to like complete the order and then text them and say permission to drop off or something like that, given per call or something like that. Or else I was going to have to wait 15 minutes. What is this? What in God's name is this? Change that to 5 minutes. That's ridiculous. Shop and deliver and regular order shouldn't have any different timer. 15 minutes. The extra 10 minutes isn't going to make any difference. It's insane. Change that to 5 minutes. That's ridiculous. Let's go to number 3B here. Why are y'all still hiding tips when it's something like this? I just want to give you the illustration of how stupid this is. You showed me a $15 order. I wish I could get more of these, by the way. You showed me a $15 order for 3 miles, but it ends up being $20.94. Why are you hiding the tip? What is the point? What is the point? Does somebody at Doordash look at this and just think to themselves this was a good idea? What was the point? It's $15 for 3 miles, but it ended up being $20 for... Okay, I like the little surprise. Am I supposed to feel excited when I see that? No, I feel angry because I'm like, this is so stupid. The person tipped $15 expecting like super fast service on their order, and you only showed me $10 of their tip. What is the point? What is the point of this? If customers knew this was happening, they would never use your service. This is insane. I would never order from DoorDash knowing what I know about being a driver. You could put a $20 tip on an order and it only shows it's $7. I've seen it. I've seen people do or large orders from Panera where it shows up as $7.25 with a little plus sign next to it for 4 miles, and it ends up being a $24 order. Stop. What are you doing? What is the point of this? This is so stupid. It's like you cherry pickers still aren't gonna like. You're not fooling cherry pickers at this point. Just stop. I don't know what holdover this is from, but y'all need to stop. That's extremely bad. Um, 4B. Let's talk about shrinkflation. Shrinkflation is products getting smaller over time, but prices staying the same. So this is a WinnDixie order, and I was looking for these chips right here, these 5.5 ounce, and there was only 5.25 on the shelf. So I called the customer, let them know, like, hey, look, there's only 5.25 on the shelf. So what I normally go to do to trigger the substitution, you have to actually scan the barcode to trigger the substitution because it's going to say that they don't match, right? So I'm supposed to be scanning 5.5 ounces, but I'm scanning it on a bag that's 5.25. Okay, they changed the size of the bag. When I go to scan the barcode, it scans perfectly fine after I had already told the customer that I was getting him a smaller bag. How much you want to bet he got charged the full price? So there's shrinkflation right there. I'm not sure how to solve this. I'm not sure if this is on DoorDash or if this is on WinnDixie to fix because it never gets reported to anybody. It never gets reported as a rejection. It never gets reported to WinnDixie as a rejection. I don't even think they report those rejections to WinnDixie. I told the cashier, that's all you can do. I was like, hey, look, this bag scanned as a 5.5. What are they gonna do? So I'm making a video about it. This should fall under WTF also because this is literally shrinkflation. Yeah, I don't know. Figure that out. Let's go to 5B. Or no, not 6B. 6B is really annoying. So this is a shop and pickup, not a shop and deliver. Now, shop and pickup. Okay, cool. It tells me it's a pickup order, or it's, I don't have to like deliver it. That's awesome. Where are the number of items? Anybody? Bueller? Anybody? Where's the number of items? You have to literally accept the order to figure out the number of items. It's going to be 50 orders or 50 items for all I know. It ended up being like 5. But I've had one before where I accepted it on these shop and pickup orders and it was 20 items and it was 10 separate bags. This ended up being 3 separate bags. One for ambient temperature, cooler, and one for freezer. Where's the list of items? Where is it? You have to accept the order to figure out the items. What are you doing? Put the list of items. 6B. Okay. So for shop and pickups, you have to scan the bag. You have to scan on the little barcode where you put it. And then you have to do it for each of, in that situation, it was 3 different bags in 3 different locations. For the next, when you're on another order, this is your fun little screen you're going to get. You're going to get this little screen even if you're on another order. You're going to get it as many times as many bags as you had. Fix this. This is a bug. This should be 6 bug. Fix it. This is the bug. This little screen keeps popping up. Anybody that does shop and pickup orders can probably tell you about that. Is you can be on a completely different order for Chick-fil-A and you're still getting things about WinnDixie or whatever, pickup little screens about you successfully completed the scanning. You just hit got it. One time I had to do it almost 10 times because it was 10 separate bags and I was on like 4 or 5 orders later. It just kept going. It just won't stop. So just make this one notification or something. I don't know. Figure out what's going on here. Like when you're scanning multiple bags. So not just one bag, when you're scanning like say multiple bags, for some reason the notification that lets you know that you successfully did it keeps popping up over and over and over again, even if you're on separate orders. So that's a thing. I guess this falls under WTF. I'm not part of the catering program. I have no idea why this came to me. I mean, this is really, really bad order. I'm not sure why this came to me. I'm not part of your catering program. It requires a setup. I don't know. Figure out what's going on there. Nobody in New Orleans obviously wanted to do this, or nobody here wanted to drive to there. I'm not even sure what this is. I've never even seen this, and I live in this area. So I'm not sure what's going on here. Plus, there's like a $3 setup pay thing. I'm not sure. So that's kind of the video for the moment. Like I said, more bad than good at the moment. But like I said, I create these videos as I gather up screenshots. And one of the better things that was on this video that should get expanded is this: make it apply to everything so that I can finally outdate my YouTube video and it's no longer needed. Just make it apply. If we're waiting at the restaurant longer than 10 minutes, prompt the person with this right here. They'll make it be some special thing where it has to be a stacked order for two different customers. So that's my feedback to DoorDash for the moment. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comments or that kind of stuff. And hopefully I don't have to make another video, but I have a feeling next week I'll be making another video because they change so much so often. So y'all have a nice day. Thank you.